The Craig Panthers. Benoken will be out jumping against Faverty. Glacier Bears are pretty quick this year. They've got that quickness and good defensive players too, so it'll be a good matchup here. Ball's tapped up, controlled by Davis. Davis will take the left-handed dribble. He comes down. Not a lot of pressure being applied as Hansen's on him right now. Looks like the Panthers are going to go to a man-to-man defense here. Davis out at the top. He'll go Krager right-hand side. Looks inside, nothing going, however, as Mackey came out, put a little pressure. They're working that right side. Krager goes down low. Verham goes underneath over to Faverty. He can't do anything with it. Ball's down low, still tied up, puts it up off the glass and in. Kirby Faverty had no place to go. Finally had to go up with the ball and got the bucket off the glass. Krager puts up some pressure at the half-court line for McKinley. Ball goes out of bounds, however, and it'll be Panther basketball far side, just beginning first quarter action. 2-0 to score. Glacier Bears have the lead, but the Panthers have the basketball. They'll bring it right. Now they'll go out to the top. Nothing going as McKinley over to Mackey. They'll reverse it around to Benoken. We're way spread out. I know the Panthers like this particular kind of offense. They like to spread them out. Staying down the lane is nice up and in as McKinley, as he got around his man, put a little up for a shot from about 3 feet out, got it to go. Glacier Bears bring the ball down the right-hand side. Hansen puts some pressure. They go to Faverty, back out to Krager. Krager comes to right-hand side. Back to Davis, over to Faverty. He looks at the line, puts it up. There's going to be a whistle on the play as he made a move off the right-hand side. Foul's going to be called on one of the Craig Panthers, 32. That'll be Patton. That'll be his first personal foul and the first team foul. That'll send Faverty to the free throw line. Good, as he gets his first one to go, and he picks up one from the free throw line. All right, you don't count those, no. Okay, Faverty will get a second here. This one's up on its way, rolls around, bounces around, drops through, so Faverty's got 4 points of the ball game. Glacier Bears lead. They're going to go to a full court pressure now. Over to Benoken. Faverty on him, still not across the half-court line. Benoken reverses across and gets it. Glacier Bears play a man-to-man defense, very tight man-to-man defense. They're over to McKinley. McKinley looks, can't find anything, goes to Mackey, far side. Nothing going, however, and they'll bring it back out. Cutting across the lane was McKinley. He gapes down the Bears, shots it up, just about the same thing, a little bit short. Ball comes into Davis's hands. Mark Davis, long down court pass to Faverty, alley-oop across. Goes inside is Strong, over to Verham. He can't do anything with it. Back to Faverty. Faverty makes a move. Wants to put it up. Nothing going. Comes back and then out. No. Rebound Benoken, and he's quick up the court. Going to have to chase the ball down. Finally does. And he'll get the ball back over into the hands of McKinley. McKinley will come across. Gives it back to Benoken. Benoken will handle the ball a lot for the Panthers. Deep in that left corner. Nothing going, however, as Patton brings it back out to the top. Over to McKinley. Looking for Patton down low. He's there. Stop. Puts up the shot. Up and in. Patton went down underneath. Snuck around. Got away from his man and got the bucket back to Krager. Krager goes up with a hoop off the left-handed side. And Glacier Bears, they really like to get that transition. They move that ball up the court. 2 passes and they're at the bucket. They lead by 2, 6-4, but it's Panthers basketball. Patton comes back out to the top. Nothing going, over to Mackey. Mackey back out to Benoken. Looking, wanted to go back over. Now he goes to McKinley, far left-hand side. Glacier Bears kind of sagging back in there. Down the lane, puts up the shot off the side of the iron. Rebound comes back down nicely in the hands of Strong. He gets it out. Missed the lay-in, however, is Wesley Verham. He just got too far under the bucket and missed that one, so the ball goes back to the Panthers.
All these Glacier Bears get down the court in a hurry.
McKinley gets the ball back into Benoken's hand. He's on the dribble. Not a lot of pressure out there. Now he gives it up. Looking, tries to go back inside to McKinley. McKinley spin move, makes a move. Ball goes off. Nope. Fouls on 1-2. That'll be Strong. Yeah, David Strong's going to pick up the foul. Panthers with the basketball. Looking, they finally get it back in. Oh, looked at the hoop. Nothing going, however, is McKinley. That's Patton. Back out to Benoken. Wants to go to the baseline to Hansen. Changes his mind, however. And they'll come back to the top to McKinley. McKinley with Krager. McKinley spin move. Almost knocked away, but he gets it back. He'll force up the shot. A little bit too strong. Rebound down to Verham. He looks down the court. Long alley-oop pass. Ball's bounced around. Who comes up with it? and it's still nobody's controlling it. And they go down on the floor, finally ends up in the hands, and the ball goes up and in by McKinley as he did. Somehow he came out with that basketball pretty much at the half court.
It was a mad scramble at midcourt.
It was everywhere.
Bodies flying.
He got the bucket and the foul pressure on. They come back out to McKinley. McKinley with the dribble. Krager steps back. McKinley's way beyond the three-point, almost at the half-court line. Finally does try to get around Krager. Doesn't go all the way over to Benokin, far right-hand side. Look to the three, changed his mind. Now he'll take it. Three's on the way. No, too hard off the glass. Rebound down to Davis on the far side. He looks up the hoop, pushing the ball. Go to Krager. Three from that baseline. He's got a Carson Krager buries one from the left baseline. And again, the pressure's being applied. Goes over to Mackey. Mackey has to give the ball back up to McKinley all the way down. Oh, long down past Patton, comes up with it. He kicks it out to Benokin. Benokin puts his head down, tries to go to the hoop. Hansen gets around his man, back to Benokin. Shots on the way, a little bit too much. Hansen comes with it. McKinley comes, actually Hansen came down with it. He handed the ball to Benokin under the hoop and was able to draw the foul. As the foul's on number 31, that'll be Wesley Verham. That'll be his first personal foul. And that'll send Timothy Benokin to the free throw line. No one from there, from the Panthers side, have been to the line. This one looks good and is. And that's his first point of the ball game.
Now we've got
coming off the bench, Luke Davis will come into the ball game here as Luke steps in.
Eric Gillum coming in for
also
Wesley Verham.
Eric Gillum, and he's a freshman in there. So we got lots of freshmen on the floor right now. Bouncing around. Oh, high for the rebound was Strong. He came down with it. Goes over to Luke Davis. He goes right-hand side deep in that corner, but they're going to be back out. Strong beats his man. Wanted the jumper. Can't get it, however, and he'll kick it back out to Krager. Three's on the way. Nope, a little bit too strong. Faverty comes up with it, and up and in. So Kirby Faverty gets the easy bucket. Looks like Mackey finally gets the ball into the hands of McKinley. McKinley will work it down, still not across the half-court line. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Haines 13, Craig Panthers 7. Coming back out, Benokin wants to make the pass, changes his mind, gets around his man. Nice defense though as they hustle down over to Hansen, all the way back around to McKinley. Back inside to Mackey, spin move, wanted the shot, puts it up, a little off the glass, and good. So Mackey gets his first 2 points, got his man down low, got him going in the air, and he put it up and in. Luke Davis breaks to the floor, nothing going, going to be a kick on it. As Luke tried to make that pass down low to Faverty. A bit of a tough one, though, because they were only about 4 feet apart, so it would have been a tough catch for Faverty. All right, Gillum will inbound the basketball. Looking, alley-oop pass. Oh, stolen away nicely by Patton. He anticipated that and stepped in front. Shots up and good by McKinley as he went to the hoop, and he's got 6, and now it's only a 2-point lead by the Glacier Bears with 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Back to Krager, over to Luke Davis, back to Krager again, and Strong made a move in there, gets the ball back out to Gillum, looked like he was traveling. Luke Davis puts up the shot, Benokin comes down with it. He's on the dribble, they can take the lead or tie it up here. 1:10 to go here in the first quarter of play. Far left-hand side to Mackey, he holds the ball high over his head, Strong comes out but doesn't put a lot of pressure on him. And Benokin goes to go down the lane, kicks the ball back out to McKinley. He forces up the shot, gets his own board back, stops, wants to put it up, knocked out of bounds. And we've got number 10 coming in. That'll be Smith for the Panthers. Mackey's coming out. Looks like Mark Davis is coming in, and Carson Krager's going to take a seat for the Glacier Bears. 54 seconds to go here in this one. Long three on the way off the back of the iron. No, Gillum has it in his hand, but it's knocked out off of one of the Panthers, so it's going to be Glacier Bear basketball with 49 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Davis, that's Mark Davis, goes to brother Luke, back to Mark again, step up, three-pointer on the way, looks a little bit off, and rebound down to Benokin, and he looks up the court with 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Panthers down by 2. Benokin directing a little bit of traffic out there at the top, comes out, they go to McKinley. McKinley looks, still hasn't given up his dribble. Now he does, comes back to the left, wants to try to go down inside, doesn't go. Going to be an offensive charge.
Mark Davis draws the charge.
Mark did a nice job sliding over there, and he just tried to push his way in there. 17 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Bouncing back down again. Oler kicks the ball back into Faverty. Shot a little bit too hard. Gillum had it in his hands. Still not able to control it. Gets it back out. Over to Faverty. 3 on the way. Good. Kirby Faverty's got 11 of the 16 points for the Glacier Bears.
With that one.
Anyway, so we're going to end this first quarter of play with the Haines Glacier Bears 16 and the Craig Panthers 11. We'll be back in 1 minute for second quarter action.
Yeah, boy, Eric really kept that play alive for the team there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium. The Haines Glacier Bears 16, the Craig Panthers 11. Don't forget we got the girls game right after this one. And then tomorrow these two teams will square off again starting at 5:30 with the girls game. Other games going on in Region 5. Petersburg, Metlakatla are squaring off. Wrangell has the weekend off. Going to be far side Panther basketball. Looking, they finally get it into Smith. He breaks it down, knocked out of his hands over, ends up in the hands of Luke Davis. Luke hustles down, puts it up, rolls off the front of the rim. Rebound comes back down to Hanson for the Panthers. And slowly up McKinley across the half-court line. Krager puts some pressure on. They go to Benoken, far left-hand side, about, I'd say a good 40 feet from the basket. Now Benoken gives up his dribble. They'll go to the baseline. Nothing going, however, as Patton will make a move, stops, bounces around, ends up in the hands of Mark Davis. Now we're on the floor, comes around, still ends up, Deal wins it. Luke Davis makes the steal, and coming down, and now Hanson is going to be whistled for the foul. A lot of action there, and not a lot of basketball being played, but a lot of chasing the basketball. All right, Burham will get the ball back into Mark Davis. Just beginning second quarter action here. Over to Luke, back to Mark Davis. Over to Krager, far right-hand side. Look to Luke. Luke's in there. He goes to Verham on that base. Back out to Faverty. Jumper from the free throw line. Good. He's got 13 points of the 18 for the Glacier Bears. Glacier Bears go to a full court pressure. They get the ball back into McKinley. He'll get it across the half-court line. Krager, now McKinley tries to go down the lane, pushes up the shot. Going to be short, bounces around. Hanson puts up the shot, partially checked, however. Ends up in the hands of up and in, ends up in the hands of McKinley, and he put it up and in off of that rebound. Nice job there for him. Left-hand side to Krager. He alley-oops inside to Faverty. Back to Verheim. Verheim comes in, and the ball bounces around. Rebound comes back down in the hands of McKinley. McKinley's on the dribble, gets it up across the half-court line, goes to Benoken. Benoken looks down the lane. Faverty's there, however. Benoken, three-pointer on the way, missed it, however. Rebound comes back down, and now Benoken comes over hard and is going to be whistled for the foul. And it'll be his first personal foul. Fifth team foul on the Craig Panthers. Hanson comes out of the basketball game here, just taking a quick seat. And Glacier Bears will bring the ball up across the half-court line. 6:14 to go here in the first half of play. Ball out to Luke Davis, over to Mark Davis. Three-pointer on the way, looks good, and is. So Mark's first 3 points of the ball game. Glacier Bears still staying in that full court man-to-man. They lead now 21-13, but the Panthers with the 13 also have the basketball, and coach wants a quick timeout here, and he's going to switch it to a full timeout after all. Originally he wanted a 30-second, but now he's going to switch it back to a full timeout. That being the case, we're going to turn it back to KRBD for 1 minute with the Haines Glacier Bears 16, Craig Panthers 11, back in 1 minute.
So I think you might have given one of Faverty's buckets, or David Strong's buckets, to Faverty, because Faverty's got 11. So I think one of his early buckets you might have given to Strong, or it might have been Strong in the first quarter. I was.
And welcome back to the Haines High Gymnasium here. 5:55 to go here in this first half of play, with Panthers with the basketball. Mackey's out of the top for him, puts some pressure on. They draw him way out. Now they spread everything out again. Back to Mackey. He looks, holds the ball high over his head, gets it over to Smith, over to Benokin, far left-hand side. Faverty comes out back and ends up in the hands of Mackey again. Mackey goes left-hand side to Smith. Davis puts a little bit of pressure on, but not a lot. And they'll come back out, move it around. Again, I mentioned they spread way out and spread them out. This time out at the top is McKinley. He goes to the right. Mackey, long three on the way. He's got it. I remember last year he fired up some of those from a long way back and got them to go. So now we have 21-16 is the score. Panthers edging back into this thing. Looks like we're going to have Strong coming back off the bench here at the next chance for the Glacier Bears. Over to Davis. Davis takes a couple of dribbles, goes to Durham at the free throw line. Over to Faverty. Three-pointer on the way, a little bit too strong. Krager can chase it down and gets the rebound for the Glacier Bears. That's a good offensive rebound for him there. They come back. Glacier Bears going to get a chance. Another three-pointer by Davis. This one's a little bit strong. Bounces around. Benokin comes up with it for the Panthers. And now they'll bring it back down here as McKinley will bring it down. They go left-hand side. They'll go over to right-hand side to Mackey. He looked back at the hoop again. Changed his mind, however, this time. Over to Smith. Far left-hand side to Patton. He looks inside for Benokin. Benokin tries to get his man in the air. It's going to be on the floor here, so Benokin posting up down low. It is going to be on Faverty. That'll be his first personal foul.
We're watching Faverty and Benokin go head-to-head on both sides of the court. You know, these guys have played a lot of basketball together over the years.
Oh, yeah, and then down low, he got him down. If he'd have put the shot up, he would have been shooting, I think, but elected to make another move. Smith gets the ball back in, goes out of bounds off of one of the Glacier Bears.
Hotch knocked
so
out.
Yep, Hotch checks into the ball game there, too, at that last opportunity. 4:19 to go here in the first half of play. Smith looking, still can't get it in. Now he'll finally get the basketball back in. They go down the lane. Shots fired up a little, way too strong by Patton. Rebound back down to Faverty for the Glacier Bears. Or no, that was Strong for the Glacier Bears. He had that board. They'll come back out to Hotch. Hotch over to Krager. Back out to Mark Davis. Coach Fossman does a lot of subbing off of there. You've pretty much seen the 8 or 9 players that he's going to play. Back to Davis. Long three. Good.
For that.
Nothing. Somebody's going to have to step up there because Mark can bury those three. 24-16 is the score. Panthers have the basketball. Breaking down the lane. Stop. Jump over about 6. Up and good, Mike Kinley. And he picks up his 10th point of the ball game. Glacier Bears ahead by 6, but they have the basketball. They bring it down. Looking on the dribble is Davis. Clean, go over to the left-hand side or right-hand side. Back to Faverty, back to Davis. About that same spot where he had the three-point shot before, but they didn't give him that chance this time. Comes back out to Hotch. He looks for the screen. Stops, breaks inside, back out to Davis, over to Krager, 3 on the way from the baseline, bounces around. Faverty comes away with the board, though, for the Glacier Bears. Back to a 3 again by Davis. This one's a little short. Rebound comes back down in the hands of McKinley, and he'll bring the ball up for the Panthers. 2:55 to go here in this first half of play. 24-18 is the score. Panthers have the 18, but they have the basketball. Back out to Mackey, reversing it back around. They're patient on the outside and working that ball around the outside before they do. It goes to Benokin. Benokin played low.
Great
up and in. That was actually set up nicely by Benokin as he waited, watched his man come down. Ball's on the floor. Finally controlled by Faverty. Comes out, puts up the 3, in and out. No. Rebound back down to Mackey for the Panthers. 24-20 is the score now. 2:18 to go here in the first half of play. Mackey with the dribble on the right side. He comes out to McKinley. McKinley will look, takes the dribble left-hand side to Mackey. Three-pointer on the way. This one's a bit short. Gets his own board back. Partially checked over there on the shot. Faverty got a hand on it. Faverty's going to go all the way, puts it up, no. Ball comes back down. Alley-oop to Mackey. He's all alone, hustles down, puts it up. Too strong off the glass, and a rebound ends up in the hands of the Glacier Bears, and there quickly down the court is Mark Davis. 1:45 to go. Comes down, almost knocks it out of his hands, but Mark gets it back. Faverty inside, jumper good. Faverty got that nice jumper from just about 2 feet out.
Nice quick pass by Mark Davis.
McKinley comes down with a slow dribble. 1:25 to go in the game, in the first half of play. 26-20 is the score. And they go into Benoken. Stop, spin move, stop, puts up the shot, up and in. I don't think anybody down there low could stop Benoken. He could pretty much do what he wants down there. I think if he just takes the ball and goes right up and shoots it, over the right-hand side to Strong. Strong goes up, forced up the shot, rebound, Krager. Krager bounces around, gets it back out. Long three-pointer by Faverty, up and good, and that's 18 points for him.
So smooth from the arc.
29-22, 50 seconds to go here in the first half. McKinley gets the ball, left-hand dribble, goes hard, puts it up a little bit too short, rebound comes back down. Oh, nice steal, back to McKinley, up, and there's going to be a foul on the play. It's going to be on Krager. That'll be his second personal foul. Panthers working hard, making some steals there, forcing some turnovers there, and then getting the offensive board and able to put the ball back up, and now they're at the free throw line here. John McKinley has 10 points in the game. Oh, a little bit too strong off the back of the rim.
We've got Luke Davis and Wesley Verham coming in here for David Strong and Jaden Hodge. Oh, we're going to have another one.
Holmes coming into the ball game, too. I'm not surprised at that with 44 seconds to go, especially getting Krager out of there, picking up his second foul. Doesn't want him to pick up a third real fast. This one is up and good. So McKinley picks up his 11th point of the ball game. Quickly down the court comes Luke Davis. Looks inside, they'll go to Verham. He looks, can't find anything. They back him about to Holm down low, and it's going to be a travel as Caleb Holm got himself down low and had no place to go, ended up shuffling his feet. 32 seconds left in the first half. Looking, still can't get the ball in. Now they get the ball to Smith. Smith is on the dribble down the left side. Luke Davis hustles back. Smith finally gets it across the half-court line, gives it up, goes over to Benoken. Benoken wants to go to the hoop, and now he does. Up and in. Timothy Benoken, he made a nice move with the right hand, went right to the hoop and got the lay-in. Come down, Davis, and there's going to be a travel on it. Nope, they're going to call a foul ahead of time here. Foul's on 24. That'll be Mackey. That'll be his first personal foul. And that'll be the sixth team, though. So we're going to be inbound the basketball, far right-hand side for the Glacier Bears. 13.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Wesley Verham with the ball. Goes out to Mark Davis. Three-pointer on the way, in and out. No, rebound down to Verham. Up and in.
The offensive rebound, the putback.
He got good inside position there, and is an easy putback for him, as there just was no chance for any of the Panthers. They get the ball back into McKinley. McKinley with 3 seconds to go. He long down, hits the ceiling. And
if the rafters, it might have gone in.
It would have been a close one anyway. Well, we're going to end this first half of play with the Haines Glacier Bears 31 and the Craig Panthers 25. Reminding folks that we're going to be back on the air for in about 9 minutes here for second half action. We're going to turn it back to KRBD for about 9 minutes. Haines 31, Craig 25. And welcome back to the Haines High Gymnasium here. Liam, you might go a little bit over some of the stats here as far as shooting and the rebounding
both
things go.
teams came out shooting well tonight, Lyle. The first half, the Glacier Bears were 6 for 12, and Craig was 5 for 10. The second half, the Glacier Bears took more shots. They put up 14 shots. They hit 6 of them. A bunch of those were Kirby's threes, so that helps a lot. Craig went 6 for 12 in the second quarter, so they're shooting a straight up 50% so far tonight. In the rebounding department, Haines is being led by their point guard, Mark Davis, who's got 4 so far. And which team isn't led in rebounding by their point guard? And then we've got
McKinley. He's done a nice job on the boards down low, but he's also gone to the hoop quite a bit here.
Yeah, John McKinley's got 5 boards for Craig, and they're moving the ball really well as a team. They're playing some excellent team basketball. Both these teams really evenly matched tonight. Craig is coming off a 1-point victory over Metlakatla, and we did the same. Had a 1-point victory over Metlakatla. So go ahead, Lyle.
Yeah, John McKinley's got 11 points of their 25. The score right now is 31 for Haines, 25 for the Craig Panthers. Benoken's been moved down low now. He was handling the ball outside for pretty much all of that first quarter, but now he's moved down low on the block, so we'll see if they can take advantage there. And, of course, Kirby Faverty, leading scorer for the Haines Glacier Bears. He's got 16 points in the ball game of their 31, so he's doing a nice job. They're getting in the ball. It's going to be Glacier Bear basketball, starting out with Faverty, Krager, Davis for him out on the court, and then Strong is also. Krager goes right-hand side back to Faverty, three-pointer on the and he's got it.
That corner three.
He comes right off the bench and fires it up, and that's got 19 for him. Quickly down the court, drawing the foul as the Panthers' Patton went hard to the hoop, was able to draw the foul, however, and we're going to be shooting 2 shots, so the foul's going to be on Burham, and that'll be his second personal foul. Wesley can't afford to get into foul trouble because he can match up nicely down low with Benoken. Back at the free throw line, looks good and is, so Patton picks up his 5th point, 1 coming from the free throw line. Panthers are 3 for 4 from the line so far this evening, and he'll get his second chance here. This one is on its way. It drops through, so he got into it and scores 34-27. Long alley-oop pass. Stepping in front nicely, however, was Benoken as he made the steal away from Faverty. Benoken's playing way out on top. They were almost losing it, but luckily McKinley's able to corral it up, and they go back to Benoken, who's playing outside the three-point arc now. Looking across, Hansen breaks across the lane, Benoken breaks across the lane. Nothing going, however, as they come back out. Ball ends into Mackey's hands. He's way out at almost at the half-court line. Held back to Hansen. He looks inside for Benoken. Had him there, just wasn't able to get him the basketball. And now they go Benoken all the way over to McKinley. Benoken sets the screen, spin, shots on the way. Going to be short. Krager comes down with it. Mark Davis is hustling down, up and in. Mark Davis ran that one down. That's 8 for him. 36-27, biggest lead by the Glacier Bears in the basketball game. Far left-hand side now as they work it slowly up the court. McKinley reverses it back. Davis steps around, makes a steal. And again, he's on the way. Nobody's there. Davis up and in.
Wow, Davis, a couple quick hoops for his team.
Well, McKinley was just lazy about dribbling the basketball, and Davis
can't
is
be lazy with your dribble around Davis. You give him half a second, and he'll swipe that thing away from you.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Is John came across beyond the three-point arc and was trying to direct traffic, taking a simple little slow dribble with the hand, and Davis, like I said, is quick, and that's exactly what he did as he made the steal with this 30-second timeout. So,
and that's just what the Glacier Bears are looking to do, is get those quick hoops in transition, use their speed, get down court, get the rebound, get the steal. We saw Krager get the steal and feed Davis. Then we saw Davis get the steal at midcourt.
Well, they're really good about that transition game. They get up and down, and boy, once the ball gets into their hands, they're off and going.
They've got the players for it.
And that's the type of team that they are right now. Comes back into Mackey. Mackey looks like Luke Davis checked in there at that chance. So Mackey all the way over to McKinley, down to Benoken, down low, spin, move, back, gets his man up in the air, puts up the shot, wasn't able to get it. I think he was working to try to get the shot. Foul's going to be on Faverty. That'll be his second.
Yep. You saw Krager coming over to help out on D there, too, on Benoken down low.
Faverty's guarding Benoken, and so if they can get Faverty into foul trouble, they're going to go there. So I suspect we're going to see that a little bit more often here in this second half of play, going to Minokin down low, see if they can draw more fouls. Shot goes up by Minokin, doesn't any good. Faverty comes down with it, and he turns the basketball back over to the Panthers' far side. 10-point lead by the Glacier Bears right now, 38-28, 6:16 to go here in this third quarter of play. Don't forget, we got another ball game right after this one, so you want to stay tuned. Comes back out to McKinley. He goes down low. Faverty's there. Stops. Minokin should have put the shot up. Elected to pass it back out to Mackey. Comes back outside. Ball's almost tapped away. Goes over to McKinley. He puts up the shot. Rebound bounces around. Over to Minokin. He goes hard to the hoop, and he's going to get the foul as he drew the foul. I think that's going to be on Wesley. If it is, that will be... Yep, that is on Wesley Ram, and that is his third, so we'll see if Coach Fossman's going to make a change. Minokin with the free throw line again. He's got it, so he does the three-point play, and he's got 9 points of 31. Now it's back to a 7-point lead by the Glacier Bears, but they have the basketball. Mark Davis goes to brother Luke on the left side, looking down line for Verham. Verham was camped in the key there. Probably could have been a 3-second call, but they didn't take it, however. Back out to Krager, working the far right-hand arc over to Faverty. Three-pointer is good. Faverty not wasting any time, and he's got 22 points now in the ball game.
The Glacier Bears haven't missed a shot yet this half. Wow.
Not yet. They're doing a nice job from the field, and they're nice wide open shots. It's not something that they had to force. Goes to Minokin. Minokin spin move. Wants to go up hard to the hoop. Forces it up. Partially checked by Faverty. And streaking across on the floor. Looks like the old man hustling around. Hansen comes up with it. Minokin fires a long three. Doesn't go. And we got a rebound. Let's see where the foul's going to be here. 3-4 Black. That'll be McKinley. That'll be his first. Reaching in here. 5 minutes, 4 seconds to go. It's like Strong coming off the bench for the Glacier Bears.
Verham did foul out last Saturday. Coach Fossman trying to prevent him from doing that again.
Well, sometimes Wesley gets carried away here.
He was also acknowledged as the state wrestling champion that night.
Davis hard to the hoop. Left-hand side, just let him go, and he got the easy bucket. Coach is up with waving his hands. Why did you just not play some defense there? 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. They go to Minokin down low. Jumper from about 6. A little bit short. Bounces around. Hansen throws the ball over into the hands of McKinley, and now he'll fire a three, and it's good. So McKinley, he fires it up, and he's got 16 points. 43-34 is the score. Glacier Bears have the 43. Krager wanted the baseline, didn't get it. They go to Faverty down low, hustling over his loop. Davis gets it back to brother Mark. Over to Krager, looks up at the three, decides not to, forces to the line. Going to be a foul. It's going to be on the floor. Let's see. 34. That'll be McKinley. And that is his third personal foul. So he's going to come out of the ball game. He handles the ball a lot for the Panthers. They're definitely going to miss him. All right. Krager with the basketball. Left-hand side. Looking, count. Goes out to Luke Davis. Stops, gives up his dribble. Faverty, three-pointer on the way. A little bit short. Rebound down to the hands of Minokin. Minokin's on the dribble. He'll have it across the half-court line. Still nobody stopped him. He keeps it alive. He'll come in over to Mackey, left-hand side. Mackey, three-pointer on the way in and out. No. Rebound comes down, and now we're going to have a whistle on the play. On the long pass, the foul's going to be on 32 as he picks up his second personal foul. You know, it was one of those deals where it was just an accident that happened and ended up getting the foul, but just kind of the way it happens here. All right, Krager with the basketball. Gives it off to Mark Davis. Over to Faverty, down low. Back to Strong. Back, he goes to the hoop. He's going to draw the foul again.
You can see
where it's coming here. Now you know that they're going to go to the hoop. It is going to be on number 24. That'll be Mackey. That'll be his second personal foul. Glacier Bears are going to the hoop, and they're actually drawing the fouls on the Panthers right now. And every time they go, doesn't mean it's who's got the basketball.
Whenever Kirby Faverty touches the ball down low, you've got two Craig Panthers collapsing on him. And he's doing a real nice job staying heads up and finding his teammates who are open by the double team.
Strong missed the first one of that two-shot opportunity. Looks like Hotch is going to come into the game. This one is good. So he picks one up, and who's coming out?
Kirby's going to take a
Kirby
break.
Faberty's going to take a break here, and Hotch will step into the ball game. Strong picks up his 3rd points. Full court pressure being applied by the Glacier Bears. Hotch puts a little pressure on Mackey, but he easily breaks the half-court plane. Comes down, 3-pointer on the way. Off the right, let's see if he can chase it down. Nope, he can't get to it before it goes out of bounds. So the ball is going to go back to the Glacier Bears. They lead by 10, 44-34,
Smaller
3:37.
out there with Faverty and Verham on the bench for the Glacier Bears. We'll see how
Well,
this
we got to
looks.
give him a bit of a break somewhere because it's pretty intense. Shot by Mark Davis, rebound down to Benokin. He's got to have a ton of rebounds. And now Benokin's on the dribble. Up across the half-court line, Krager puts some pressure on Benokin. Crossover dribble, spin move. Down the lane, kicks the ball back out to Patton. Patton's on the dribble. Strong puts some pressure on. They go to Smith. Smith looks, alley-oops into to Benokin. He goes underneath. Going to be a travel on it.
Oh, that was created by Luke Davis. Some quick hands underneath the basket there.
They had him tied up. It should have been a jump ball. But anyway, 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter to play. We're going to take a short 30-second timeout. Glacier Bears are going to take that. Each team has 3 timeouts left in the ball game. So with the 30-second timeout here, give a chance to catch up on what's happening here. Like you mentioned, when Faberty has the ball, they're going to be front and back. And then he's doing a nice job finding an open man. Benokin's pretty much the same thing with the Glacier Bears. If he has the ball down low, there's usually somebody front and back. And then he's been getting the ball off to other of his teammates, and they have been able to capitalize a couple, 3 times. But kind of like the 2 big guys, when they get the basketball, everybody pays attention.
Oh, you better.
All right, Glacier Bear basketball right in front of their bench. Over to Mark Davis, over to Luke Davis, reversing all the way around to Strong. Back out to Hotch, looked up the hoop. Now he wants to penetrate inside, doesn't go. Rebound comes back out in the hands of Mark Davis. Shot by Krager, up and in. So Krager picks up his 8th point, and now we're back to a 47-34 lead by the Glacier Bears. Benokin stops, puts up the shot, and he's got the hoop as he made a move inside, and he's got 11. Quickly up around the court come the Glacier Bears. Hotch, Strong, bounces around, ends up in the hands of Luke Davis. Over to Mark, over to Krager, over to Luke Davis. 3-pointer on the way, a little bit too strong. Rebound, rolls around, bounces off of 2-3 heads, up and it doesn't go. Strong put it back up, and we're still on the floor. Finally, Mackey picks it up, and Benokin, he's on the hustle. Benokin comes down. Going to be a block on Davis as Benokin made a move. And the foul is on Mark Davis. That'll be his first personal foul. 4 team fouls on each team. Panthers with the basketball. 36 points for them, 47 for the Glacier Bears. Out to Patton, out at the top. Takes the dribble. Strong will come out a little bit. They go far right-hand side to Hansen. He goes down low to Benokin, over to Smith. Up, puts it up too strong, but hustling nicely. Oh, they just need to put the ball back up. Comes back up too hard off the glass was Patton. Rebound. Patton hustles over and gets it himself. Kicks the ball back out to Benokin. Wants the 3. Good defense by Krager, though Glacier Bears didn't give it to him, however. Back out to Patton. They try to go inside to Patton. Ball still bounced around. Finally, Mackey comes up with it. And long 3 by Benokin. Bounces. Hansen comes away with it. Takes the dribble inside. Passes too hard off of the hands of Mackey. Faberty's checking back into the ball game real quick for the Glacier Bears. Hotch is coming out with 1:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. Haines 47, Craig 36. Davis low up across the half-court line. Smith puts a little bit of pressure on. Smith steps back. Now Davis steps back. Smith and Davis. Now they go left-hand side to Luke Davis. Back out to Mark Davis at the 3-point arc at the top. They go to the baseline. Faberty looked at the hoop. Benokin got a hand up back to Davis. Up and in. Mark Davis has 13 points now. Glacier Bears lead by 14. 56 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Long cross-court pass to Smith. Smith looks up at the hoop, can't find anybody, wants to go inside. Now they go to Benokin. Turns, stops, puts it up, a little bit too hard off the glass, bounces around, still nobody controls it. Krager does, all the way down to Davis, up and in. So Mark Davis breaking away there on that, got the easy lay-in. Glacier Bears open it up now against the Craig Panthers. They kick the ball back up, ends in Faverty's hands. Faverty's on the dribble on the left side, kicks the ball back under, and the ball is kicked by Benoken. Verheim's going to come into the ball game. Faverty's coming out of the game. And also we're going to have Dalton Wyemski into the ball game.
That's David Strong coming out of the game.
And David coming out of the ball game for the Glacier Bears. All right. Smith coming out for the Panthers. They go to Verheim along that baseline, dribbles inside, good defense. They didn't give him that lane. Back out to Mark Davis. He gets around his man, jumper from about 6. Nope, rebound comes back down to Hansen, and he'll get it back out. 11 seconds to go. Mackey with the basketball. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Goes to Benoken. Benoken looks up. Back to 3 seconds. I know now Benoken recognizes it's only 3 seconds. Puts up the shot. It's going to be off the back of the iron. So we're going to end this third quarter of play with the Craig Panthers 36 and the Haines Glacier Bears 52. We'll turn it back to KRBD for 1 minute. Haines 52, Craig 36. And welcome back to the Haines High Gymnasium. We got quite a ball game here. It's going to be Panther basketball on the far side. 52-36. Craig kind of letting the Glacier Bears get away with it. Panthers only able to score 11 points in that one, while the Glacier Bears scored 21 points in that quarter.
And how often do we see that, Lyle, that a team comes out at the half, makes adjustments, and starts to open up a lead?
All right, it's going to be McKinley with the dribble. Stop. Two-pointer on the way. Nothing but air. Rebound fought for. Hansen's on it. We're tied up underneath. Let's see where the ball is going to go. It's going to go to the Haines Glacier Bears as they got tied up down low. And the ball goes into Mark Davis. He'll push it up. Gets it across. Goes to Luke Davis. Back out to Mark. Mark looks inside. Faverty's playing that inside post move now, but moving the ball around. But wherever he goes, Panthers have dropped back into his zone defense now. Over to Faverty. Three-pointer on the way. He's got it. So Faverty has 25 of the 55 points at the Glacier Bears. You cannot let him go anywhere within the three-point arc because he's going to make it. All right, Glacier Bears with the basketball. Back out to Davis, and we got Smith or Hansen with a foul. Yep,
just unable to
down. He just couldn't stop. Speed. As they were hustling down the court, it's going to be Glacier Bear basketball under their hoop. 7:10 to go in the ball game. These two teams will square off tomorrow night around 7 o'clock, so you'll want to check back in. Kirby Faverty comes down, hustling down. Ball's on the floor. Kicked it back out. Gets over to Krager. Almost stolen away by the Panthers there, but Glacier Bears able to retain possession. Back out to Mark Davis. Over to Luke Davis. Goes along that left side. Benoken steps out. Faverty decides to give the ball up. They'll go to that right-hand baseline. Krager likes to shoot from there. Shot, three-pointer on the way by Davis. Good. So Glacier Bears firing up threes and making them. 58-36. 6:35 to go in the game. And McKinley with the ball out at the top on the dribble. Looking, shots on its way. A little bit short. Rebound comes down in the hands of Krager for the Glacier Bears. Now he gives up his dribble, but he goes to Verheim. Back to Krager. He'll get it across the 10-second line over to Davis. Davis makes a move. Back out to Krager. Three on the way. Nope. Off to the left-hand side. Benoken comes away with the board. And long down-court pass. Oh, nice pass. Lows up. Doesn't waste any time. Puts up the shot. Up and in is McKinley. Nobody picked him up, and he's got 19 points for the Panthers right now. Glacier Bears, however, lead right now, 58-29. And we're going to take a timeout here. Let's see what it's going to be here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So shooting-wise, I mean,
we're having a heck of a half. While the Glacier Bears came out in the third quarter and hit 8 of their 10 shots. A lot of those high percentage shots on fast breaks, but also a bunch of three-pointers. And they've started out this half shooting hot. Mark Davis has really gotten involved on offense. He's got 20 now to go along with Faverty's 25. So really, they've just been able to open things up with that kind of slick shooting we've been hoping to see out of them. We haven't necessarily seen it in the first 2 series, but they're finally able to create some opportunities for themselves and get some points on the board.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're getting some nice looks at the hoop, so, you know, it's easy enough to do here. They extended it to a full timeout, but so we'll just keep right on talking here. And I've already mentioned, though, don't forget they got the girls' game right after this one, so you'll want to stay tuned in for that one here. But McKinley, he has those 3 personal fouls, so he had to sit down for just a short bit, but they couldn't let him sit too long. He had to get back into the game because he handles the ball a lot for them. Between Tim and John, they handle the ball quite a bit. Going to be Glacier Bear basketball on the far side.
Craig, of course, has those 3 really solid seniors that are the core of this team. They'd really love to do something with that this season.
Okay, Davis with the ball over to Luke Davis, working left side. 5:45 to go in the ball game. Looking down low, Faverty, long 3. This one's a little strong. Rebound down to Benoken. All alone is Mackey, hustling up and in. So Mackey was able to break away and get a hoop, and he's got 7. 5:30 to go in the game. Quickly up down the court. Now Glacier Bears set their offense. Panthers are playing back on it. Spin move. Davis down. Stop. Kicks the ball back over to Verham. He looked up. Doesn't have anything with it. Alley-oop all the way across. Back inside to Krager. Krager wants to put up the shot. Changed his mind, though.
What a save by
Wesley.
Jumping and throwing it behind his back as he fell out of bounds.
Long 3 by Faverty again, and he can't miss. 28 points for him now. Back out. Smith's going to come into the ball game at the next opportunity for the Panthers. And McKinley over on the slow dribble. Looks down inside for Mackey. Going to the hoop. Draws the foul as he came across the lane from the far side. Nice little pass in there. 1 dribble. Foul's going to be on number 10. That'll be Krager. That'll be his 3rd personal foul, or 2nd personal foul, excuse me there. I didn't look up the board quick enough here. Now I have. All right. Mackey at the line, in and out. I mean, that thing went all the way around. Panthers were shooting good from the free throw line early on in the game, but they've missed a couple 3 going down the stretch here. Neither team really getting to the free throw line a lot. Panthers quite a few more times than the Glacier Bears right now.
Jaden Hotch is
20 point, and this one is good. Hotch coming off the bench now. That's 8 points for Mackey. Quickly down the court now. Glacier Bears are going to set it up here as they go with a slow dribble. Davis backs it out, goes over to his brother Luke. Faverty looks inside to Hotch. Back out. Hotch is about the shortest guy out on the floor right now. He was playing down low on the points. He got that ball out of there quick. Over to Faverty. Turnaround jumper, and he's got 30. Ball comes back in, and quickly down the court. All the way down is Mackey. He's got it. Alley-oop all the way across to Benoken. They down low, through the hands of Patton and out of bounds. That was a tough pass. That was pretty hard. Tough one to catch there. Luke Davis will bring it up for the Glacier Bears. 4:10 to go in the game. Over to Faverty. Turnaround 3-pointer on the way. He's got it.
Keep shooting. That corner 3 has always been a good shot for Faverty all through his career.
Well, the thing that he's got on his side is if they come out, nice move that time down low as McKinley, is if Faverty does get the ball over there, he can make a move to the hoop real easy, or he can shoot it. So you can't just sit around and see what's going to happen. Faverty, jumper from about 6 foot, a little bit short, ball bounces off of one of the Panthers. Coming off the bench is number 22, Willard. He hasn't been into the ball game. This is his first chance. Verham will take a seat. Long pass into Davis. That's Mark Davis. Mark takes the dribble over to Faverty, left side. Nothing going, however. That time they did get a hand up. Patton got a hand up in Faverty's face a little bit. All right, come back out to the side. Now Faverty moves across the lane on the baseline. Davis goes down, puts up the shots, going to draw the foul on the way through. Going to get a couple of shots out of it.
The Glacier Bears really tried to clear the lane there for Mark to penetrate.
Well, that's the advantage when Mark can do that easy enough. As he picks up his fourth foul, that's John McKinley going down the lane. Mark is quick, and if he beats his man to the first step, unless somebody comes and helps, he's going to the basket. And this one is good. That's Mark's first one from the free throw line, and that is his 19th point of the ball game. Or 21st point of the ball game, excuse me. I missed one in there. Glacier Bears shooting percentage just dropped a little bit here.
I was going to a big rebound there on the missed free throw.
And Faverty, long three on the way, and he's got it. So Faverty's got 36 points now. And quickly down the court, turning the basketball over the Panthers. Luke Davis on the dribble, stops, goes up hard, puts it up, and gets the foul and the basket too.
That was good team defense. Hotch and Luke Davis really teamed up on that steal.
And that's Luke's first 2 points of the ball game. And that's also going to send him to the free throw line. And the foul is on. Let's see, the foul was on number 21.
Eric Gillum.
Eric Gillum coming into the ball game.
For Faverty. That might be the last we see of Kirby Faverty.
I wouldn't be surprised. Luke Davis picks up another one from the free throw line, and he's got 3 points in the game here. All right, coming down is Mackey. All the way over to McKinley, looking for Benokin down low. Finally gets it to him. He alley-oops inside. Shot is up and in by Patton, breaking along there. But actually, Benokin's the one to set that up as he turned around, found him breaking to the hoop.
Great cut.
And he got there. Good play that time. Shot, three-pointer on the way by Hotch. Rebound down to Benokin. 3-on-1 break. He puts the ball down too low. Hits McKinley in the foot. But the Glacier Bears come up with it. So Mark Davis will come out with 2:22 to go. They can just run a little bit of clock now here for the Glacier Bears, as they definitely have the advantage. 73-46 is the score right now. Gillum looked at the three-pointer. Back to Luke Davis, over to Mark Davis. Far side, and he'll take the dribble. 2 minutes to go in the game now. Comes out, sets the screen, Willard. And now Coach Fossman's going to take another timeout here to make a few adjustments, and we'll probably see a few more subs coming off the bench. Well, with a full timeout, we're going to turn it back to KRBD Studios for 1 minute with the Haines Glacier Bears 73 and the Craig Panthers 46.
Yep. Good to see Jaden taking that shot.
Yeah.
Try to get involved, make the most of this opportunity.
Welcome back to the Haines High Gymnasium. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go in this one. Glacier Bears going to come away with the win here tonight. The score is 73-46. It's going to be Glacier Bear basketball, far right-hand side. Subs into the ball game. I see Caleb Holm come into the ball game. Luke is still in there. Willard's in there. Hotch is in there. Also Gillum. So a lot of freshmen and one sophomore out there on the floor. Benokin makes the steal, puts it up and in. Benokin comes away. That's his 13th point of the ball game. They come down the court. Luke Davis kicks the ball back out to Holm. Over to Davis, all the way around to Hotch. Three-pointer on the way, in and out. No rebound, bounces around. Ball's going to go to the Craig Panthers as Gillum knocked that one out of bounds. McKinley gets the ball back in. He'll slowly bring it up across the court. 1:30 to go here in this first ball game of the evening. Back over to McKinley, back to Patton, or Benokin. He puts it up too hard off the glass, gets his own rebound, back up and in. He hustles around, comes away with his 15th point of the ball game. And the score is 73-58. Looks like we're going to have Jacob coming into the ball game here. And we're going to take another timeout by the Glacier Bears. Let's see what he's got left here. It's going to be a full timeout by the Glacier Bears. So we're going to turn it back to KRBD again for 1 minute with the Haines Glacier Bears 73 and the Craig Panthers 50. Back in 1 minute.
I think we're going to see Owen come in here maybe too.
Well, I think I saw Jacob.
Everyone gets a chance.
I think Jacob too.
Yep, Jacob is here. He's coming in.
All right, we also have Owen McFeeters coming off the bench now for the Glacier Bears, so lots of subs here by both teams. Ball comes into Hotch. 1 minute to go in the game here. Craig Panthers on the defense.
Coach Fossman back for all of his players get to play tonight.
He wants to get everybody back in there. Hotch jumper about 6. He's up and in. So Jaden Hotch gets first 2 points of the ball game. Glacier Bears go on defense now. Over to that side's McKinley. Alley-oop inside to Benoken. Puts it up and in. Benoken shouldn't have any trouble now as he's by far the tallest player out there and the most aggressive too. But being a senior, that's expected. They bring back the ball back around to Gillum. Gillum takes the dribble back out to Hotch. Hotch still at the top. 30 seconds to go. Looked inside, nothing going. Howard McFeeters down that low lane. They go to Holmes on that far left-hand side. McFeeters is posted up down low, can't get it to him. They kick the ball back out, and now there's going to be a whistle. It's going to be on Gillum, Eric Gillum. That'll be his first personal foul. That is only the, not in the 1-and-1, as that it's only the 15th foul on the Glacier Bears. They get the ball back in. 16 seconds to go in the game here. Back out to McKinley, down low, and stop, puts up the shot. Eric Gillum over the top. Rebound up and in. Nicely by that was 34, I think, to put that one in there.
McKinley's feet never touched the ground after he got the rebound. He put it right back up and in.
I thought that was McKinley, but I wasn't sure. Hoping you'd bail me out on that one there. Well, we're going to finish this score. The Haines Glacier Bears 75 and the Craig Panthers 54. We want to remind folks we've got the second ball game coming up here shortly. What we'll do is we're going to turn it back to the KRBD studios for, well, in the neighborhood of 19 minutes or so. And we'll come back for that second game. We'll recap here real quick here before we do send it back. For the Craig Panthers, Benoken Tim finished with 17 points. Patton had 8 points in that one. McKinley 24 points. Mackey finished with 8 points. Round out the scoring for the Craig Panthers. For the Haines Glacier Bears, Kirby Faverty, they didn't have an answer for him tonight as he had 36 points. Just he could not miss. Krager finished with 8 points. Davis had 21 in the ball game. Wesley Verham picked up 2. Jaden Hotch got 2. David Strong got 3 points. Luke Davis picked up 3 points for their scoring. So what we're going to do is we'll turn it back to the KRBD studios for about 19 minutes or so. Stuart, I'll just text you when we get close to going here. But we're going to turn it back to you. Craig Panthers, the Haines Glacier Bears, Haines 75, Craig 54. Girls game next.